Oonana. 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 Hello, hello, hello. This is Ona Indigo coming to you live from Oakland, California. And you know what? We're here representing the project called No Accordion, and World Electronica is our passion. Celebrating diversity by amplifying extraordinary voices to create a deeper understanding and connection that promotes equal opportunity for all. Using love to conquer our unwanted and negative battles of the mind by supporting one another with passionate expression to share our authentic creation. Now, I want to encourage you all, first and foremost, could you please sign up for our YouTube channel? I'm going to put that in the chat of some of my socials right now. And this is really the best way for anybody to stay in touch with this project and keep up to date with the latest things. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you've already subscribed, could you share this link with your friends and on your socials? Maybe someone else wants to check this project out. So today, yes, I'm going to fade the track out. It's October. It's still, we're in the theme of the month of Halloween. And the track that I'm looking at today is called Oonana. And just by coincidence, it's kind of similar to my name, so I do enjoy it. And it happened to be one of the most listened to tracks on the album Gurukula. It features samples from vocal lessons at Krishnamurti schools in India that I took. And I wanted to explore just a few little instruments. Let's see. Yeah, so when I play music, let's bring it out here, the camera. I do a lot of programming on the computer. I'm looping things. Sometimes I use MIDI, but I always add, a live percussive element to more or less all of my tracks. And in a second, we'll go actually into the DAW, and I'll show you which live percussive element I used on Oonana. But for now, I'm going to show you a few of my instruments, bag of tricks. Actually, so I'll show you these first. And these here, these are kashishis, and these were actually used on this track that I'll play you in a bit. And I think they originally come from Africa. I used them to play in a Cuban band as well. And let's see, let's just play a little with it. Or you can do like this. So there's basically like two sounds. This one has a little different. And there's a kind of a harsher sound. I remember, so. Anyway, some little rhythm that I was playing with. So this is one of the sounds, and it is on this track, the kashishi. Oh, and this is another shape of a kashishi here. And this you would actually, I don't know if you've ever seen a berimbau. It almost looks like a bow and arrow. It's a Brazilian percussion instrument. It's a stringed instrument. It has a certain sound. And you play this along. I think you kind of have this in your hand while you're hitting the bow. So this is another form of a type of a kashishi. This I actually got in India. One instrument I got in India. I got a few different things in India. So this kind of a little tambourine. It's not on this track, but I have used this on quite a few of my tracks. It's kind of pretty in different shapes. Oh, and then these, I'm not going to put them on, but I got these in India too. And these are really cool, like, you can put them around your leg, or I guess you can put them around your wrist too, but I've worn them at shows before where I've got them around my feet and I'll be playing and stomping and these bells will be going off. Very, very fun, very fun. And I've used these on quite a few tracks, not on this one, but it's kind of like little sound effects and stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you a little insight into some of the little things I use in my music studio, and that, a live percussive element is always there. Now, in this actual track that we're going to explore a little bit more, called Oonana, this features vocals that I actually recorded while I was over there in India. It has quite a few accordion parts. There's some organ, which I have a Nordstage piano, and I love the whirly sound on there. I love the Hammond B3. I use the piano, electric piano, sometimes the clav as well. So what I'm going to do now is swap us over to the Ableton file. Instagram, you're not going to see that much as far as on my actual, because I've got to kind of go through it a bit and see. So sorry, but you can hear it, and I'll talk you through it. And so this is the DAW. Right now I've used Ableton Live. I've used quite a few DAWs over the years, but Ableton Live's been my main DAW for about 6 or 7 years. So we can look down here and see some of the main parts that we have here. We have these vocal samples. We have keys, bass, accordion, kashishis, which is that instrument I showed you earlier on Instagram. You get to see it's this one here. And so that is on the track. It looks like tambourine, so maybe I actually have a little tambourine samba. There's some crashes, some sub bass, some kick, some snare, some hi-hat, and a pad. So I thought we could solo the voice first and hear a little bit. First, why don't we listen to the actual sample? So that was a little sample that I had taken. So when I went over there in India, I witnessed, we stayed at quite a few different Krishnamurti boarding schools, and they have very strong art and music departments. And I sat in on a lot of them, and I was allowed to record them. So what I did is I took that sample, and I think those are actually 2 parts of a piece already that I put together. And now I kind of cut it up. So here's the part where it's kind of cut up. So as you see, like, I cut it up a bit more and it gives it more, just kind of, it becomes more like a percussive element, this vocal sample. I was going to look at another part over here. So yeah, just kind of repeating it over and over and over again. Okay, so let's go back here and let's just analyze some other parts of this one loop. So where I have this piece going, let's hear what I'm doing on the keys. So yeah, I would say that that key definitely sounds from my Nordstage. Sounds like some kind of organ with a percussive element to it. So let's go on and let's hear what the bass was doing here. So as you see, you can see if you look on the screen as well that I create a lot lot of little loops, like little 4-bar, 8-bar loops. I think the accordion's doing something here. Let's see what the accordion's doing. So yeah, that looks like a 4-bar accordion loop. Oh, and here's our kashishis. Let's see what the kashishis are doing. So there's my 2-bar, oh no, it looks like a 1-bar kashishi loop. So what I might do is I will have the track playing, and then I will just record a kashishi live on top, and then I'll go back through and find the best part, and then just make a little, 1-bar loop or something, or 4-bar loop. Here's another part of the kashishis. Kind of more repetitive. Okay, let's over here, we can hear what the tambourine is doing. Oh, I think that is the tambourine that I got from India. That sounds like it. We got some cymbals. Let's see what the kind of atmosphere is. Crashes. Oh, there you can see. It looks like. Oh, here's some let's see what the effect of the cymbal is. Whoa. What did I do to that? Oh, that was, I threw in a sample as well next to the cymbal. So that was some effect. Oh, that's kind of cool. A little sci-fi sample. Let's listen to it again. I usually separate them on another track. Okay, let's see. Now we have the sub, bass, and the kick together. I tend to layer those quite often. I'll either layer the sub bass with another bass, or I'll layer it with the kick. There we go. Got the two. Nice. Okay. Now let's hear the snare. So a lot of kicks and snares, I've got quite a lot of sample packs, and then I'll just loop a sample from one of those sample packs. I tend to use just, most of the time, just little, individual hits, that type of thing. Okay, let's see what the hi-hat's doing here. Oh, there is no hi-hat at this part. Let's go over here where the hi-hat's doing something. Okay. There's our hat. Cool. So let's see. I want to go to part of the song, and I want to slowly build it up. So this is how we can do this. Just so you can kind of feel all the parts. And I kind of work in the reverse order from bottom to top. So if you look at the order in which the tracks are, not quite in that way, but I tend to start with, and we're going to start with what I usually start with, which is a kick and a snare pattern, usually something like that. So let's, what part are we going to choose? One of the busiest parts. Let's go all the way over here. I do love Ableton. I've gotten really used to it now, and it's wonderful for working. It's one of the best samplers, really easy to work with loops and merge and move around samples. So let's start with the kick on this little part. Oh, what's going on here? Shouldn't hear all that. Why are we hearing all that? Oh, because I haven't muted the vocals. Okay. Now, let's get them all the tracks in together so you can see them. Okay, let's start again. Let's enable the kick. And then I layer the sub on top. Let's put the snare part in there. Let's see what the hi-hat's doing. Let's add a little bit more percussion, and it looks like I have some tambourine that I have in here too. And let's add a pad, so just some kind of underlying cool sound. What is that? Oh, that's what this, I just wanted to hear it on its own. Okay. This will look like a little atmospheric thing happening in the background. I know I can hear it. Okay, and then let's add the accordion. And then the bass. And let's add the keys. Okay, and then the final layer, which is the voice. So there we go. We went into the DAW. We had a look there in the on how I actually built the song on Ableton Live. And I just want to say that my trip to India was extremely magical. And I had a very unique opportunity because I was a teacher at this Krishnamurti School, and I was a high school art, music, horticulture teacher there, and I got to take 12 seniors to India for a month, and we stayed at 3 different schools, boarding schools, Krishnamurti schools, and a botanical sanctuary. And the album, this track Oonana, is part of an album called Gurukula. And Gurukula is a... Yeah, let's bring this here. That's much better, isn't it, having the speaker, the mic. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me a moment here. All right. Okay, here we go. Speak there. Okay. So anyways, Gurukula. Back to Gurukula. So that's the name of the album that Oonana is on. And Gurukula means a teacher school. And I looked it up, and it's traditional schools in India before the colonization by the British. There were a lot of traditional schools called Gurukula, and what they were, there's small groups of students, about 10 to 50 of them, would live with their actual teacher while they were studying. So it was kind of lived in community with their teacher. And I also visited the Gurukula Botanical Sanctuary while I was there, and took some samples of some really amazing sounds of the rainforest. And I used those in the album Gurukula as well. Now, the song itself, we're about to listen to the track, and it should feel calm and repetitive. It's like a chant. So let's go ahead and listen to the song. And I'm going to get on my ball, because I'm always on my ball. And here we go. This is kind of an abstract. I'll do like an abstract ball move piece. If you don't have a ball, get one. They're great. Ah, there we go. Yes, that was Oonana. Should be kind of like just a nice, sweet, mellow, repetitive chant. gives you a little vibe of some of my experience over there. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I want to encourage you, please, can you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I just put the link in quite a lot of my socials. And if you've already subscribed, could you please share that link with your friends? They might want to check out this project as well. And next week, we are also going to look at the song Miss Duffy featuring a friend of mine named Enor. And we're still in this month of October and Halloween. And so we're looking at goddess magic next week. So thanks again. If you want to have any conversations over the next week, hit me up on socials. If not, I'll be here next Friday at 6. Thanks for joining me. And have a beautiful rest of your evening. Or rest of your day. Goodbye.